Hi, welcome back. Now I have this round nicely rounded, as you can see, and shaped up. I have to take some of the burrs off here a little bit. Here it was a little difficult to do. If you want to sand this after you're done, you're more than welcome to. But what we're going to do is work on the bottom portion. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shave on the back. Let's do the front portion. I'm just going to shave a little bit off, just like so. Alright, just to shape it up a little bit. Alright, on one side, like so. And I'm going to go around and do the other side. Okay. We're going to do the same thing to the back heel. Just going to shave that off a little bit. See, just like that. That's it. Okay, and then we're going to go on the other side and do the other side just the same way. Alright. We're just trying to shape them up a little bit and then go around the corner on the bottom. See how I'm pivoting this, how much control I have over this knife? Simply from the way I'm holding it and cutting. We're cutting a little bit off at a time. You don't have to take big chunks off. Let's just match this up. Let's just go through here just like it's continued on. We'll take care of this corner in just a second. Alright? Just like so. Okay? See how it's shaping up there, folks? See that? It's rounding. Okay? We're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to round it off. Come up here, round it up a little bit. And then, hear me say the word a little bit all the time. It's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Just the way it is. Alright, so if you're a new beginner, don't be frustrated with it. You know, if it's not turning out exactly like you think it will, that's okay. Try it again and go back to the first part of the video. And, you know, have a couple of cutouts ahead of time. You know, sometimes that's helpful. If one doesn't turn out exactly like you like, you can always redo it. I'm going to shave a little bit off here yet. Technically this should go in further, okay, but I'm just basically teaching you how to use your knife, how to flip that thing over. So this really isn't to scale, okay? It wasn't meant to be like that. It's just an idea of how to round this project up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. I'm going to cut this part of the heel off and blend it to the front. Okay, see how we've got it kind of rounded and we're fairly almost done with it, but I'm going to do a couple things to it yet. I'm just going to keep shaving this off until it kind of blends together. Alright, so take your time with it, and same thing here. Now, what I want to share with you is when you do a portion of a heel like this, what we're going to do, we're going to take it and we're going to carve in a little bit, just like that, okay? And then we're going to cut from the other direction, just like that. Alright? See how we've got that in there? So we're going to shave it. I'll do it again on this side. Take your knife with your thumb and just do a little cut down like that. Now I'm going to show you something about a stop cut. We're going to do a stop cut on here. A stop cut is just cutting straight down and then meeting and cutting it from the other side, and that's a stop cut. Wherever you put a line like that with your knife and then follow it up from the other direction and the chip comes out, that's considered a stop cut. Let's see if I have a piece of wood here I can explain that more. Here's one of my sanders that won't work because I have a couple of blotches in it. When you do a stop cut is simply putting in a line or wherever your line is, such as this, okay, and then taking your knife and following it up to that line. That is considered a stop cut. Okay? So when we talk about stop cuts, what we're talking about is we're putting in a line, or any kind of line. You know, if we put one up here, say, like this, and we take our knife and we follow it up, that is considered a stop cut because it's stopping that cut from going further. Alright, so you can practice this on a corner of any kind of block. You know, don't make it too deep, but just put it in a stop cut and follow it through. You can do it from either direction. You can do a stop cut from the opposite direction, just like so. Okay, and if that stop cut has to be deeper for any type of carving, you just recut it, just like I did here with the tip of the knife, and go back and recut it. Okay, so that's a stop cut. It's drawing a line with your knife and letting it, you know, and stopping that cut from going further. Here we don't have too many stop cuts, simply because we're blend everything in, but that was a stop cut that we could have done. I could have showed you on this. Didn't think of it. Okay, so we're going to round this up a little bit on the bottom here, just like so, and we're going to follow that up. Alright, just like that. And we'll do the same thing over here. And that's like another stop cut, you know, making that cut go so far and then meeting it up with another cut behind it. But stop cuts are very important. That's when you use a lot of stop cuts. For instance, when you do Santas, when I'm doing my Santas, or am I doing my brickwork or this underneath, you're going to put a line across and you're going to follow it up with another cut, shaving it off where you had stopped it. That's where your cuts will stop. And you do a lot of stop cuts on a piece. I'm going to find another easy project, so if you're a beginner, after we're done doing this wooden shoe, this basic wooden shoe, then we're going to go to something else that's a little more difficult, and it will be a few stop cuts with it. And you know, there's somebody asked me to do a pig, so that will be probably my next project if I can find some good side profiles, because I do all my patterns from a side profile. That's the other thing I want to tell you. You know, you always get your pattern from a side profile. That's the way I was always taught, and that's what I teach people to do the same thing. You know, if you have a good side profile, that will help you out a great deal. Okay, I'll be right back.